Hello. Yeah, I'm back, BBC. I go pick up the baby, and then Amy came and picked her up and took her to get the bean, and then they were going to get ice cream. So, baby hung out here. We had snacks, and she painted base. Clotilde, what's happening in your neck of the woods, brother? Tell us about that big, giant, fat one you caught in the... Where did I see that picture? Let me look that up. What was that? Tyler Castile. Hello, AJ. There it is. Toledo Bend Lunker Bass Program. Tyler Castile of Sulphur, Louisiana, a.k.a. Clotilde Cast. He caught a 10.18-pound bass on 2/18/2026 and weighted in at Toledo Bend Tackle. Tyler will receive a fiberglass replica of the big, large, fat fish. I'm back. I had to put I'm putting split rings on these wigglers. I'm a glutton for punishment, Ryan. That is a big one. That is a big one. 10.18 pounds, Toledo Bend. Give us the deets, Tyler. We must know. We must know. Caught it scoping on a 110 max LBO. Only thing I could have made it better if my little brother would have caught it. That would have been sweet. How deep was that blob floating over? Timber. Next batch, no paint. Moving up. The next move is no split rings because I'm out of split rings and don't have the money to make a mega split ring order. Hopefully after the classic I will. Have a few extra nickels to rub together, and then I can place my split ring order. Couldn't have done it anyway because of Chinese New Year. Gotta wait for that crap to get out of the way. It was in like 18, floating at about 10. Biggest point community hole in the lake. Stops to look around on the way in. How about that? I like these though, BBC. I like these. I want these again. I won't settle for anything other than these. If I look down and have to see a different split ring, it will bother me. Can I tell me? Yeah, they're roughly a number 2. Um, the place I order them from, they don't size them like that. They size them in millimeters, like ID and OD. So they don't go by your typical uh, sizing calculator that the industry uses. And I don't know that the industry has a standard, or I think I'm going to change that because I'd like to have these. I'd like to have these split rings packaged and just sell them as. I'm going to create my own sizing system that helps people understand the sizing. Yeah, I was gonna do like a couple hundred packs, like 200 rings or something big to where like if you order split rings, uh, you know, you at least have to buy a damn $20 worth or $10 worth or something. Uh, selling in 10 packs was not the goal. But I feel like there's a that's right. I feel like guys have asked for like a size down from this one, so that would probably be what I order. Um, I don't get too many people asking for bigger ones, but I do get people ask for smaller ones. So probably order these and then a size down. Uh, you don't really need that many. I think I have a bunch of the bigger size. I have to look, but do a pre-order. You can always trust. I did it for the shirts, but that's because it's a t-shirt and it doesn't bother me. But like shit like that I've never liked that model. I've never liked that model. Some people doesn't bother. Yeah, because I've definitely probably there's been some Burns baits that are teeny that a smaller size would work on. Just for not as much for weight, but for hook distance. Tuck the hooks in a little tighter. Hell, I think I looked at the last time I ordered treble hooks. I mean, not treble hooks. These split rings. I think I ordered 30,000, and that was when I lived in Austin. So, I mean, that was, and we're coming up on the end of that stash. So, um, that probably lasted 10 years. It's a lot of split rings. Hell, half of them are probably on the damn floor. I'll show you all the bait Bebe painted in a second when I get these things done. She likes to bait paint when she's here. You know what I got to do? I got to order me a new hat. All my hats are stinky and dirty. I got to have a freshie for the classic. I gotta get on the website and see what's available. I could. I need to. I wonder how many people get on. I wonder how many people get on Tackle Warehouse and buy 500 count bags of split rings. Like, it only makes sense. Like, just buy them and have them. You know what I mean? Like, what's 10 split rings going to do? Put hooks on 5 crankbaits? Not even that. Put hooks and a nose ring on 3 baits? I guess. Get a vinyl patch made? Which one? Oh, yeah. I don't think I have time for that. I don't think I have time for that. I think I've got time for get a blank hat and drawing it with a marker. Now that the kids are using butt seats to fish again, maybe vests and vinyl patches will come back in style. You're right. I did see I've been seeing a lot of leaning. Their young backs are getting old quick. It's pretty funny. What shall I build for the April drop? Great question. Great question. I don't know. Anybody have any recommendations for Builder Dude? I can't really think right now, because if I try and think, I'll forget of other things that are in my brain that I don't need to forget. So I'm going to try not to think right now. There's a lot floating around in the noggin. Claptail style plopper. There you go. There you go, Builder. Poppers. Dream Pops? I love those. I love painting them. Love fishing them. Love looking at them. I know one thing. I'm exhausted. Ooh. I need a good like go to sleep at 10 o'clock, wake up at 10 o'clock. Like a I need one of those middle school summertime days. Green pop's ready to cut. Don't I'm not mad at that. I'm not disappointed in that. Marty sent him that medium diver. Which one is that? Is that the 1.5? I believe you said it was, AJ. Can you do a full size one? Just got a random question from a buddy of mine that says, "Do you use an Iwata Micron airbrush?" It's a hybrid Bagley B2. It's like a DB2, but not. Oh, I put two rings on that one. Hello, Kyle. The medium diver I sent you a pic of. That's one of me and DK's favorite. The Deep Killer B3. It really doesn't need to be that deep. It needs to be like the mid deep. Hello, guys. I figured you would like that random text. My buddy at work knows paintings. Canvas? Question mark? We did a 1.5 MD? I don't even remember it. But my brain's a wee bit fried right now, so yes. Yes, lots of hogs got cranked out way too late. I think the first night at Josh's, I went to bed at 3. And I don't know. I think staying up late now is worse than like getting hammered drunk. Like the hangover off of staying up late is worse than drinking. So gradually, as the week went on, the bedtime got better, but it still wasn't great. Finished grouting the tub. That doesn't sound like a bad evening. So yeah, I guess I realized that I am in middle age and I cannot stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and it not phase me anymore. It in fact does uh, phase me. Check my phone. Let's see here. Let me get this last red done. These have a nice eggshell finish on them. I mean, if I like flash this to you real quick, like it's kind of hard to not think it's a wiggle wart. You know what I mean? And then you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, wait a damn minute. You could pull a sneaky with this thing and have it tied on, and somebody would glance at it and just think it was a wart. Oppose 300. Is that what Herman just did? He's flashing his warts. Is she here? Did she check in? Oh, where is she? Oh, where's Mrs. Kraft? Let's see. I like that builder, dude. I like the short lip in it. I'll share with the room. Oh, Herman's baits are too angular. I hear a lot of people say that. I think they're cool looking. Herman's baits. Uh, yeah, I like the. I like the idea of looking at catching concepts. Like what I love about catching concepts is that when you look at one, you know exactly what it is. You don't look at it and go, "Who the hell made that?" going to try and get my limit off of a white bass this weekend. Maybe even take the kid for a double and see if I can gather a year's worth of taco meat. Not a bad idea, Clay. Not a bad idea. You got to get while the getting's good. Herman is a great painter, and he's got a style, and he's got a thing. So that's one thing that a lot of people can't say is that they have a style and they have a uniqueness about how they do things, and it's instantly recognizable. And that's harder to do, I think, than people realize. Without just doing trash shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to make like dog shit looking stuff, but for the sake of being different. My impressions of the Waterwoods. Oh, I had their idea for that for counter seeking the shad dot and doing it with a 3D sticker. I had that idea, and then they came out with it, and I realized it wasn't as good as an idea as I thought, and I'm glad that they did it because I would have been disappointed in it. But I don't know much about their. I don't know much about their stuff. Waterwoods. They look kind of lifeless to me. They look kind of like a money grab. Like I guess they're I don't know. They're just not. They're soulless. Yeah, they. I don't know what happened to the actual Waterwood dude. I never. When I went fishing with Riz, they sponsored Bass University, and I didn't have any tackle with me when I went fishing with him, and we were gonna go crank a little bit. He's like, "What kind of crankbait do you want?" I was like, "Where's your crankbaits at?" And he had like this little shitty box of crankbaits. And it was like some KBD 1.5s and like shit like that, like real generic stuff. And rusty hooks. Like, dude was definitely not a cranker. And I said, Waterwood, don't you do the Waterwoods commercial? He was like, yeah. It's like, where are those things? He's like, I don't know. It's like, not in here. He's like, I don't know where those things are. Like, I've got a few of them. Like, no. It's like, I don't think they're in here. I'm like, okay. Okay. I guess I won't throw one of those. But I figured dude would have a whole boatload of them. No. They put wood shavings in their box. I mean, they were very nice looking baits, but I don't know. They just, like I said, they lacked a soul. The deeper water woods are better. Huh. Like I said, I don't have any I don't have any experience with them. I've never thrown one. Where's Stearman at? I can't find him. I know I've told y'all before. I've got some. Went to Jensen's. What did you find at Jensen's, Clay? Did you find some baits covered in rat shit? Has anyone thrown one? I think that's a better question, BBC. Besides Bobby. Bobby's the only one at this point. Has anybody other than Bobby thrown one of these water woods? Yeah, all baits that come from Jensen's are rat shit infused. Oh, there's the real Travis Stearman. Well, it looked like Clay was responding to him, and I didn't see a comment from him like he was here lurking. He was lurking. Kyle, what did you think about the shallow diving one? What kind of vibes you get off of it? Scott tried them, thrown them. Action is not very crisp. Sounds like a coatings issue, maybe. Sounds like a wood issue. Sounds like a weighting issue. They look like they'd be heavy. Jensen's had a lot of discontinued rods for a really low price. They're like the old ones. So it's pretty good price. Did you see the Clay? Did you see the spinnerbait? I forget what it's called, but it's got the double hook, like the H&H, but it's an actual like full size spinnerbait. Did you pick up one of those? I always thought those were cool. Oh, so check this out, y'all. This was nice. This was really nice. Later, guys. So where I get my pillow boxes from for putting baits in, these things. The smallest size they used to sell was this one, and it perfectly fit a business card, which is why I used it, was because I could get business cards fast and cheap. But if I had to have a custom card made, I would have to buy a whole lot of them, and it would take a while. But with able to use a business card, this was perfect, and I could change the packaging if I wanted to. Like I could change the card, and I wouldn't have like 1,000 of the card or whatever. It was easy. Well, I went to reorder for this other bait. I order what I think is the same thing. No, it's not. They shaved a ½ inch off the bottom of the card or off the bottom of the packaging. So now it does not fit a business card. So I'm going to take all my business cards and cut ½ inch off the bottom. Fucking dicks. Was not happy. That's what Marcos was going for. Improved affordable WECs. Missed the mark. But his baits were like $35-$40. They were expensive. If you're going to try and fill the gap of WECs, I don't think that's the way to do it. They had new inbox reels that have been made in 20 years for crazy low prices. Yeah, I had a pile of them. They had their own signature stuff. In like 1938, I bought a bunch of bulk pack of watermelon Cinco's that were recycled for a deal. I like that. I tried to get them to sell me their stockpile of premium worth spinnerbait blades, but they didn't fall for my wheeling and dealing. What's the January drop? I don't think I have another drop. I did the baits from last year. And then I did these. And then I think I've only done 2 this year. And then I'll do the BDSs next. Oh, is that what you're saying? I thought you were saying there's 2. So when I get the BDSs done. I was thinking about looking into little cardboard cartons to put baits. Little cardboard cartons? Like with like a glass peeper? Yeah, that would probably be. You could probably get into those pretty affordably. No, Clear Bags does not. A cardboard. My thing with that kind of shit is I'm so indecisive that I know I want to change it. Like whatever it is, I don't want a lot of them. Like I don't want to be forced into a minimum order quantity that like I get stuck with them. Because I feel like every time I do that, there's something I don't like and something I would change, and then I have like a million of something. So that's why the pillow boxes work. Straight cardboard, no peeper. You know what I looked into, AJ? I wanted to get some little. I just wanted to get like little foam pouches to wrap repainted bait. Like when people send me baits to repaint, that I would that I could keep their baits in to ship and just have like a little custom, like just like a stamp on it or something that said Tackle Craft or whatever, but it was just a little foam pouch that was, size of a business card, and it had a little, you could just flip it over and tape it. But I never found one I liked. Or I didn't really dig too deep into it, but that was an idea. Because after you paint a bait that doesn't come packaged, you want to send it back to them in something nice to protect it. You just say screw it and wrap it in tissue paper. Clay, I've looked up those too. That's actually, those are good options. The issue I had with the nug jugs is that they took up too much room on the wall, like they're too deep, and I couldn't fit as many on the wall. But they look good. I have one over here, not a nug jug, but an old film. Where is that thing? It's been laying around forever. Yeah, hell, I'd like to have something like this, like a medicine bottle. But like that one perfectly fits a killer bee. But the one I looked up, I got a bait from a guy. This goes way back, and I don't know who will remember this. But there was a guy that sold a bait called a Bart, and he sold it in a round plastic tube that had a lid on it, and I think it had a hook on the top where you could hang it on a shelf or something, like hanging in a store. But and he just wrapped his sticker around it, and you could like see half of it. I mean, it was pretty good packaging. Bulky, but it worked. It looked cool. I say it looked cool. He had a shitty sticker and a shitty graphic, and like everything about it was shitty. But had he like refined it a little bit, it would probably look good. But it's actually at my parents' house. I need to get it and bring it here. But yes, it's like a tiny A-rig box or a package, but short and fat. But I bought this dude's bullshit. He was actually on YouTube. Let's see if I can find him. Because I remember, I think that's where I found him, was on YouTube, like way long ago. Let's see. It's a Bart giveaway. Oh, there it is. Oh, he's got some videos. I don't know if it's him. I don't know what his actual who the guy is, but he was pretty salesy. Pretty smart. He did like a giveaway, and he had to post a video. Of a fish catch with his bait. So when you look up the bait, there's a bunch of videos of fish catches. 4-pounder. So let me show you this thing. Bart. All right, let's keep it real. Turn that shit off. So anyway, yeah, that was the Bart. I think it was made of. I think it was a foam bait, but they were pretty rough looking. I never caught a fish on one, but they walked pretty good. What you got? Theo. Cardboard tube. Holy shitballs. $17.99 for 12. Yuck. It's the right idea, though. I was trying to build a weedless balsa frog. I wonder if that dude's still around. Death Dealer Bart. Lure. Well, if they're popular, Black Bart lures. No, we don't want Black Bart. That's offshore. That's like trolling shit. Black Bart, no, we don't want Black Bart. Black Bart, a lot of Black Bart. I guess this dude's gone. Images. You go, builder dude. Save to photos. Let me send this to builder dude. Could build a wood version. Bring back the Bart. Clatterbrat. All right, let's look that up. Clatterbrat. Clatterbrat bass lures. Clatterbrat. He's on Daily Motion. Who's this guy? Big Fishing Ferg.
Hey guys, Big Ferg here. I just got.
Oh look, there's the package. It looks like a. It almost looks like a. It looks like a seasoning container. This guy is epoxying his Bart, which I don't know why he's doing that, because the Bart was made of foam. You didn't need to seal it. That'd be a lot of shitter paper a month. I have to tell the kids y'all need to get to wiping. Use more paper. The little one's not too much smaller. It's pretty small though compared to the regular. If we're still talking about the Dream Pop, it's considerably smaller. I don't know. I've always had a. I don't feel like there's ever been a perfect packaging. I love packaging, even though it's a total waste. Um, I think there's the perfect answer. I don't know what it is, but do you all fish the dream pops with a split ring? If I sent it without a split ring, that was probably by mistake because I fish it with it. Oh, you're saying I shipped it with it and you ship it without it. Oh, that was I only did that because that was the way I tested it and it worked great. So I figured I never tested it direct. I don't think. The shitty thing about the Dream Pop is I don't know if I can. I don't think I can one up the colors I did on those. Deal, no, thank you. Triple up, Dream Pop. Triple drop, Dream Pop. I don't know. I've never done that, honestly. I fish my poppers with San Diego Jam Knot, down. Interesting. No, now that you say that, like if I was going to go fish a P70, I don't think it's got a. And then it obviously didn't have a split ring on it, but yeah, for whatever reason, I put a split ring on the Dream Pop. Yeah, my one that's tied on over here has one on it, with the knot still tied on it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it works good. It might work better. Shit, I don't know. Team Dream, the Dream Team. We need another Dream added to the roster this year. Probably need the Dream Prop, not to be confused with the Dream Pop. The Dream Prop. The Dream Bart. Come on, dick. What is this? Little goober. You coming back to the shop? I'm here. I had to put my thinking cap on for the Dream Prop. I have to take some melatonin. Get those freaky dreams. The Dream Wake? Which one? Propped? Prop baits. Dream wake? Like a stick bait wake or like a crankbait wake? Or like a 1- wake? Dream baby 1-. That would be the nightmare. That would be part of the nightmare line, which is certainly doable. Certainly doable. I would like to have the nightmare line and just do all the shit I hate that other people seem to like. Stick bait. Yeah, make it like a red fin. I think. Make it like an ugly ass red fin, but figure out a way to make it sexy. The Sandman. It's a good bait name. It's a good bait name. Mark it down. One of these wake baits is going to be called the Sandman. I got to use some Texas tackle pliers over the weekend at Josh's house. Made me dislike him even more. A minnow wake. Oh yeah, it's right there. Brian sent it back to me. He said he couldn't handle the essence of that bait anymore, and he had to send it back to where he felt it belonged. Hate myself for not liking them. I mean, I wish I would. I wish I could like them because everybody's got them. Seems like everybody except all the major lure manufacturers and people who put thousands of split rings on a day. They all have the blue handles. All the China manufacturers, they get the blue handles. People at Rattle Trap, they use the blue handles. And they're so good, they can pick them up. They can pick up the split rings with the pliers off the table. Y'all ever seen that video of? That's the only reason I ordered them, because there was a video of somebody doing a tour of the Bill Lewis manufacturing facility over there in Louisiana, and it showed the lady putting split rings on rattle traps, and she had the split rings laying on a table, and she had these pliers, and she would reach down and grab them and do it, and just grab them off the table with her split rings or with her pliers. And I was like, whatever she's doing, those have got to be that's the one. So that was what got me to order those split ring pliers. Bill Lewis. Let's see. Check out the pick. I haven't got anything. It's thinking. Why did I get 2 people following me all of a sudden? It's kind of weird. Got 2 followers within 15 minutes. I don't understand why. I use Zerons. And I'll tell you what else Zeron makes that is incredibly good. I use them at Josh's house. These little nippers. These are, I don't know what brand these are, but they're not that great. Josh has a pair of Zeron branded nippers like this. And I was like, these are pretty good clippers. And he was like, because they were like crazy sharp. And he said, if you knew how much resin and like bullshit, like metal and like hard stuff I've clipped with those, he said, I've probably had those for like 6, 7, 8 years. And they're still that sharp. So the next time I order, I'll be ordering a pair of the Zeron nippers. Wicked sharp. Great blade. Durable. All the above. Like I've probably had this pair for 10 years, and they at least, and they're still holding up good. But I feel like whatever you buy, whether it needs to either, I guess people like the Texas Tackle ones, so buy those from AJ, or buy the Zerons. All the other bullshit out there sucks. Like there's not even anything else worth trying. Just pick 1 or 2 of those. He does put them on with his fingernails, which could be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. All right, it showed up. Let's see here. All right. John Hoag's been slinging some balsa today. That's good. That's pretty sexy, builder dude. That's pretty sexy. Pretty sexy. I don't hate that. The Godon. Don't know anything about it. Finesse pair of needle nose. Yeah, just grab that bitch in the middle. Ryan, where's he at? Where is he? So, I know I was telling y'all how much I like the finer things and the finer types of packaging. Going back to my old plastic bag. One day I'll get these things sorted out. One day. I thought I had it figured out, and now I've forgotten what it was. I had like a universal package that was going to work for everything. I forget what it was now. Maybe it's just the header card in the baggie. I know. I'll let the bait through. Y'all just want the baits anyway. Y'all don't want some stupid packaging. It got to the point where a lot of guys were just sending me my packaging back, which was nice. I appreciated it, but that let me know that nobody wanted packaging. Nobody wanted the packaging. Just give me the baits. Just give me the baits, bro. Yeah, these are Hobby Lobby bags. They're not quite my favorite, but they're pretty good. My favorite ones are from whatever that place is, Granger. They have good bags. Granger has good bags. But the good thing about poly bags, why a lot of people use them, is that if you put a tall bait in here, like a walker or something, you can order your bags a little taller. And you just fold them over if the bait's short, and you can make it fit right. The boxes went down in quality. That sucks because I have to order new boxes soon. I don't like that. What part went down? Where did you have some that would that weren't glued together good, and they would like just come apart when you open them? Because I had a few batches like that where they'd come apart. More flimsy. I don't like that. I don't like that. Why can't people just sell cheap, good shit? I mean, at the end of the day, it is getting thrown away. That's disappointing. Come on, Granger. Burns isn't lying. He can't. He wears Velcro shoes. I saw him with my own two eyes. Maybe that's their business model, AJ. They send you the A stock, the first order, And then the next time you order, they send you the damn F stock. The Granger boxes might be the best tip I ever gave. That's a good one. That's a good one. And if anybody wants to know that tip, the tip is Granger is ridiculous for just about everything. But if you have one near you and you place your order for pickup, you come out on the better end of the deal. Pick them up at your local Granger. That was the deal bestowed upon Horseshoe Man that he is still riding until he finds somewhere else. Now it's a tip for everyone. Now everybody can order their boxes and make Granger quality go down even more. I wish they made like a. I wish they made a. They still don't make the size box I want. Like I want a rectangular small one. But they don't. They don't do that. They don't do that. Am I going to have enough? Am I going to have enough for these warts? I mean, moles? I mean, marauders? I do like mole. A, the camper mole. B, like the mole on your body that's kind of like a wart. It seemed fitting. The wiggle mole. It's probably already a bait. Is there already a bait called the mole? The mole rat? The mole rat? Kyle, it is literally the only thing at Granger that is like a deal. It is the only thing that's a deal. And they're poly bags. They're pretty decent. They're good. They're thick. And they're pretty affordable. But I get lazy and don't order them and just go to Hobby Lobby and buy theirs. But I prefer Grangers because Grangers are thick. I like coming up with bait names. Like dumb ones. Rat Brain's still the best. Dude, this is going to go down to the wire. I think I'm going to run out. What time is it? 4:30. Damn, bros, y'all might get these shipped tomorrow. I'm taking forever. I guess I had a little delay today. I had the baby visit. See if I can get her bait. She wanted me to bring her bait home. I ordered some eyes last week, and they came in, and the dude gave me a free bait, like a blank, which he typically does. I'll get it. See if I can find it. But I'll let her paint it today. Dude, looks like it's going to come down. So I'm going to have one extra baggie. How about that? One extra baggie. I do wish I had header cards for these. I like header cards. I like the way they look. It's like the classic fishing lure packaging. I'm a big fan, and I've never had any done except for the wacky. So Eric from Fishhead Custom Lures, I ordered my eyes from him. You still won't get the 1.5 DD with in the silent version, so I'm not gonna blow him up too much until he does that. But he sent me this bait, and the Bebe painted it. She said it's a demon. Okay, she's been in the K-pop demon hunter thing, and this was her. Oh, still wet, I guess. Yeah, a little wet back there on the tail, but that was her. That was her painting today. She also did this bomber. It's kind of like a clown type paint job. Pretty sweet. That's the kids' favorite thing to do when they come to the shop. Paint baits. It is a Megabass KO of some sort. I don't know what the bait is, but it is a KO of a Megabass. So thank you to Eric at Fishhead Customs for the free lure for my daughter to paint. I need to get on one of those like super cheapo sites and order all the damn 25-cent crankbait blanks I can find. I forget what they're called. I wonder what that AJ, you remember that place? What's that Chinese place that used to sell all the really cheap blanks that people would get stuff from? And they'd always say, "Oh, you just get them from this place." I forget the name of it. Let me know in the comments. Where's the best place to order cheap crankbait blanks? I know what you're talking about, but can't remember. Let's see. I feel like it started with a W. Like water, or like or Wilts. No, wasn't. What was the name of that damn place? W Lure. That's it. W Lure. They used to have the stuff. W Lure. If you wanted cheap Chinese stuff, it's all Chinese. But if you wanted the cheapest of the cheap, they were the place. Let's see what they got. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . See if there's still a thing. Oh, now they're selling. Looks like you can buy painted baits from them. I don't want the painted ones, bros. I want the unpainted ones. I want the cheapies. Catalog. Yes. Blank lures. All of them. Crankbait. Minnow. Tackle box. All. Fishing lure blanks. Oh, yeah, their 1.5s were trash. Their 1.5s were trash. Ooh. You know what? I believe this is where my favorite little lipless came from. $1.20. What the hell? Yeah, this is the like micro size Yozuri rattling bob, but like super small. This. It weighs 1/3 of an ounce. It's very small. And that joker will crack their ass. The best BDS knockoff used to be Jan's Netcraft. So Jan's Netcraft was about the only person that had a BDS knockoff, and they had the BDS 1, which I've sold. But the size up from that do not follow the BDS registry. But the difference in their BDS, and what's funny is I talked to him about that bait, and the guy who is in charge of like kind of purchasing and like marketing and sales and stuff, he's a younger dude. I don't think that he realizes that I think it's called the FG1 or something, or FG10, or I forget what the name of it is. I don't think he knows that that bait is a copy of the Lucky Craft BDS 1. So I was talking to him one day, and because I had an issue with my order, and he called me, and it was very flattering because he said, "Hey, are you TK from Tacklecraft?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, dude, you do badass stuff. I didn't know you were like ordering our stuff." I was like, "I ordered that one thing." It's like, "But y'all kind of dicked around with it, and I'm not a happy camper." And so I guess they've run 1 million of those blanks, whoever is manufacturing them, and they had to make a new mold. And when they remolded the bait, there's these weird things on the gill plate. I don't know what it is, but it looks real strange, and it doesn't look good. You can sand them off, but that's a lot of work for a, fishing blank that you can't sell for more than $15. But those run great. And when I was talking to him, I was like, "Why don't y'all?" Because he said that's our #1 seller, and I was like, "Oh, if you sell more of that bait than any of the other blanks, why don't you have it made in 2 other different versions?" He's like what? I said, for 1, silent; for 2, a 1 knocker, and then the one you already sell is rattling. Then your best-selling bait turns into your top 3 best-selling baits. He's like, yeah, that's really smart. Like, yeah, no charge for that tip. And he said, we'd have to order a bunch, because I asked him to do I said, what would it take for me to order a silent one? Like, would you just could you get me a silent one? And he said, yeah, you'd probably have to order a lot of them, though. I'm like, what's a lot? He's like 1,000. Like, well, that's not absurd. That's not absurd. That's not hateful. So I would have been real pissed though if I ordered 1,000 of them and they came in with all the gill plate dicked up. So I passed on that. But it is Jan's Netcraft. Had that good one. And their website is terrible. So do not get on there and flame me because of how shitty their website is. It is awful. It's very confusing, especially trying to order those crankbait planks. Fishing hooks, lure making. It's out of stock. Go figure. Lure bodies. But it's a fish catching little son of a bitch. Where is that thing, dude? How do you even find it? Crankbait bodies. Yeah, they call it the FG Shallow Diver, so you can buy it painted. FG 2-inch FG Shallow Diver out of stock. You dicks. Let's see if there's a picture of it and you can see the dicked up gill. The thing that's shitty about it though is like I feel like when you click on the bait, like it doesn't match up with the picture in the link. So there's a lot to be desired. And one of my other big yeah, you can't tell. But well, where's one? I used to have one up here. Well, where's my tackle? I keep a bunch of them. Let's see. That's the body. They're good. They're real good. They used to be when they looked sexy. That sun-kissed dude used to always paint them on Bass Boat Central or Tackle Underground, and then he changed his name to like D Squared or something. I don't know, but he was a good painter. He painted very, very cleanly. You Sherman-Williams clear coat. You can see it on the painted one that it's dicked up. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can. Son of a bitch, dude. Why would they do that? Why? Like I said, you can sand it off. Like I will never order those again with that dicked up gill plate. And if I do order them again, it would just be for myself, and I would go through the trouble of sanding all that shit off. Man, what a waste. What a waste. If I were them and I was the dude running that shit, me and that manufacturer would be having issues. So listen, get out your damn Bondo, fill in that bullshit on the gill plate, and make these things sexy again. Quit being a dick. Let's get them back to being looking good. But yeah, those were sweet. Those were sweet. AJ, I saw that little lipless you painted. I was a little bit disappointed you only did a couple little markings on the tail. I was expecting a fully scaled to size stencil for that little micro bait. So you would have 4 little mini shell markings and then the big one, and you would have 4 little micro dots. You didn't do it. You didn't do it, bro. That was your shot. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. I'll wait. If it were in the summer, I might have. Too busy. It's no excuse, AJ. I guess it also depends on who it was for. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Maybe you can redeem yourself later when it gets hot. When it gets hot. You sold all them frit sides yet? Better question. Are you still being plagued by the underbelly of the internet in the comment section of your videos? We sold 4. Poor shit. People need to wake up. Maybe word's spreading that the frit sides break. Good bait, though. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to clean up around here and head home. I think I'm done ordering. Oh, I got to order t-shirts. Okay. I got to remind myself before I go to sleep tonight to order shirts. So they're heading this way. Order t-shirts. Okay. What is this? Oh, sorry, PayPal. No, I haven't added crypto to my checkout. Eat a dick, bro. You'll get this dumb shit in your email. Yeah, sorry, PayPal. I haven't added that option for my customers to use crypto. Let's see. Where we at? See what sizes. Crypto's still a thing, apparently. PayPal's somebody who owns a bunch of crypto is pushing PayPal to make it still a thing. Let's see. Orders. Medium. 1 2x. See how many 2x's are going to be. You know what's funny? Is that I'm going to order the majority of these shirts extra large. Not one of these orders is for an extra large. But extra large is the best selling size in existence. Not according to my recent order history, though, which is really, really funny. Which is, I guess, kind of what sent me down the wormhole of ordering bigger sizes and smaller sizes. Mediums, larges, 2XLs, not one single XL. But I bet if I took 20 to the Classic, I would bring home 18. And if I would have had those 18 in extra larges, I would have sold them. Funny how that works. Scott, you should have used my promo code. Here we go. Wisconsin Fishing Expo. Geyser Friday, and they are spending. Hogue Outdoors. John Hogue, fellow friend and camper. Crushing it at the Wisconsin Fishing Expo. Good for you, John. Hope you sell them all, bro.
Who wants to go to Biloxi tonight? Walk the beach.
Who is this fucker?
See if there's any hotties out there. Let me know. We'll make a daytime drive. Who wants to go to Biloxi tonight and walk the beach? See if there's any hotties out there.
Is there any hotties out there? If any hotties are watching this video,
out there,
you can find this gentleman.
let me know. We'll make a daytime drive.
Clearly too hot down there. He's beginning to melt.
Who wants to go to Biloxi?
I'm busy today. Maybe next weekend.
See if there's any hotties out there. Let me know. We'll make a daytime drive.
Make a daytime drive. Let me save this video in case I need to send it to somebody later, or in case any of you are watching and wants to see that nice gentleman. Is that Jabba? Theo, I know you're going to say after we get off here, hey, will you send that video of that guy with the Jabba the Hutt? Yes, I will, because I saved it. John says he is selling a bunch. That's what he says. Yes, Scott. I was trying to get a idea of which who wanted, like, people that would not be going to the Classic that would want a shirt. I was trying to have to get an idea of that, so I put the t-shirts on pre-order on the website. So anybody that's not going that wanted a t-shirt can order a shirt, and then I can order, when I order shirts tonight, I can include that with what I planned on originally ordering for the event. So so I had enough. Oh man, that would have been badass. That would have been badass. maybe things plans change. You can still make it. We'll be down there dicking around. Eric will be down there. Pryor will be there. Who else? Darius will be there. BBC will be down there. Bateman will be there. Hellabass will be there. AJ will probably be there on Sunday or Saturday on his jet, but you have to sneak around to catch him. You just got to find him at the free nicotine and the booze. Builder dude, not going to be there. He's definitely not a crowd guy. Not a crowd guy. Not an expo guy. But it'll be fun. The problem is I'm going to have a shit pot of baits to sell. And in order for me to sell them, I don't need to be sitting around shooting the shit for hours and hours. Otherwise, I sell nothing. But it would be easy to do. It would be very easy to do. So I got to make an honest effort to not just bullshit. The new one, yeah. The new one. So there'll probably be lots of explaining and showing and that kind of thing. But, shit, if Eric and Pryor are there, I could sit there and talk to Eric and Pryor for 3 hours and never, blink. I'll send it out, Kyle. Once I get them, I'll send you a little teaser. Send you a little teaser once I get them put together. It's hard to see. The black one might look better. Might be able to see it better. So I'll get that. A little crusty on the bottom. Need to clean. A little flash. Oh yeah. There you go. Vader. Feel hundreds. Hundreds. I'll go over one of these days. I'll go over the colors. That's like a morning dawn. This is like a this is the one I'm going to do in a bluegill. I'm going to make this into a bluegill. You can't see it. None of these show up worth a shit, but they got a lot of glitter in them. The chartreuse one. Can't tell. But pics don't do them justice. So yeah, once I get eyes on them and like how they're supposed to look, I'll try and blast out a picture so you can see what they're supposed to look like. They're damn sexy though. So Mike, I'll be at the Tattoo booth. Come by and see me. Come by and see me. We'll be right there by Missile, I think. Somewhere. All right. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go see the kiddos. See y'all later. If you want a shirt, order them before too late. I might have extras, so unless you're a weird size. Anyway. All right. Adios.